The Lord be with you. I'm Deacon Keith Fournier. Our first reading is taken from the book of the prophet Ezekiel. The Lord Yahweh says this: "From the top of the tall cedar tree, from the highest branch, I shall take a shoot and plant it myself on a high and lofty mountain. I shall plant it on the highest mountain in Israel. It will put out branches and bear fruit and grow into a noble cedar tree. Every kind of bird will live beneath it. Every kind of winged creature will rest in the shade of its branches. And all the trees of the countryside will know that I, Yahweh, am the one who lays the tall tree low and raises the low tree high, who makes the green tree wither and makes the withered tree bear fruit. I, Yahweh, have spoken, and I will do it." And our response is taken from Psalm 92. "To proclaim your faithful love at daybreak, and your constancy all through the night, on the lyre, the 10-string lyre, to the murmur of the harp. Planted in the house of Yahweh, they will flourish in the courts of our God. In old age, they will still bear fruit, will remain fresh and green, to proclaim Yahweh's integrity, my rock, in whom no fault can be found." And our second reading is taken from the second letter of the Apostle Paul to the Corinthians. "We are always full of confidence then, realizing that as long as we are at home in the body, we are exiled from the Lord. Guided by faith and not yet by sight, we are full of confidence then, and long instead to be exiled from the body and to be at home with the Lord. And so whether at home or exiled, we make it our ambition to please Him. For at the judgment seat of Christ, we are all to be seen for what we are, so that each of us may receive what he has deserved in the body, matched to what he has done, good or bad." And a reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Mark. Jesus also said, "This is what the kingdom of God is like. A man scatters seed on the land. Night and day while he sleeps, when he is awake, the seed is sprouting and growing. How? He does not know. Of its own accord, the land produces first the shoot, then the ear, then the full grain in the ear. And when the crop is ready, at once he starts to reap, because the harvest has come." He also said, "What can we say that the kingdom of God is like? What parable can we find for it? It is like a mustard seed, which, at the time of its sowing, is the smallest of all the seeds on earth. Yet once it is sown, it grows into the biggest shrub of them all, and puts out big branches, so that the birds of the air can shelter in its shade." Using many parables like these, he spoke the word to them, so far as they were capable of understanding it. He would not speak to them except in parables, but he explained everything to his disciples when they were by themselves. The Gospel of the Lord.